I'm not really interested in the whole story. The story is like sensationalized and so out of control. I'm not interested in the story. I'm interested in, if they are giving us this story and this puppetry manipulation, and we're all focused with our own mother wounds, right? Because our mother wounds and our own daddy wounds draw us to the story, and they say, oh, let's sit and talk about the royal family. Did you hear? Yeah, friend. Especially British people, because they came to South Africa. They love this tea thing, okay? They love this tea thing. Friend, yo, I see my cake. Now they're going to take out the biscuits, they're going to take out the cookies and the cakes. And now we are going to start gossiping. This is how these things start. And then it's 4 hours. I spent 4 hours on YouTube, and I wasn't even gossiping to anybody. And I was just looking at this from a spiritual perspective. I'm like, this man is going to commit suicide. This one. You cannot get that much energy from the press, from people hating you because you're speaking your truth and just telling the sins of your ancestors. You cannot get that much hatred from people and not contemplate suicide. Yes, people have done some harm. People have done some nasty things. But the children will speak. This is what I'm telling you. The children will speak. That's why I'm always in my incubators, in my leadership academy, in my coaching programs. I'm like, yo, go work on your mother wounds. Go work on your daddy never loved me wounds. Because these are the things that will catch you up, and you will spill your things in the streets. You will damage your brand. And it's not on purpose. It's so unconscious. You don't even know what you're talking about, because you don't even know what you're thinking. Because the wounds and the traumas have taken over you so much that you just need to vomit these things. In South Africa, vomit all of this stuff out. But it won't be in a constructive way where it is truly shamanic, because y'all children love to fly in your private jets and go to Peru and Colombia and do your shaman things and drink your ayahuascas all night long and recognize, shit, we've done some nasty things. How do we repent from this? That's why everybody's vomiting in ayahuasca. In South Africa, we do this on a normal basis. It's what we do. You must vomit out all of your demons. Either through prayer, either through literal vomiting out, either through whatever, chanting, sun worship. Right now, I'm just sun worshiping. Thank you, Grandfather Sun. Blessings, blessings, and burn away all the negative energy. Burn it away, Grandfather Sun. I'm doing sun worship now. I'm going to have to move. Sounds a lot. These are the troubles. So which camp are you on? More hatred? Or no? This is a warning. This is a distraction. If you're tuned into that stuff, it means you've got some serious mother wounds and daddy wounds that you haven't worked through, that you really probably need to go work on. That's why you tuned into the story. If this story is like just grabbing you and it's like so sensational, you like want to have teas on it, it's because you have some serious mother wounds, serious daddy never loved me wounds, and some serious spiritual awakening that you need to work on. First lesson that this Zulu woman has got to teach you, that y'all white people forgot to remember while you were crossing the oceans, coming to Africa to learn this lesson, because your grandmother sent you to come learn from my grandmothers. Okay. You've never had a mother, you have never had a father. Never this. So Prince William, Prince Harry, you can stop crying about mother never loved me wounds, daddy never loved me wounds. You've never had a mother, you've never had a father. This has never been a truth. It's never been a truth. And y'all shamans that you go to, that you pay $100,000, $1 million to work with, y'all shamans should have told you this. But you see, the problem was, when you're not ready spiritually to receive the wisdom from taking ayahuasca and sitting with curunderas and grown men and mature men and women of spirit, is that even when they take you down the path of spirit, You don't see nothing because you're confused by your wounds. Mama never loved me wounds. Daddy never loved me wounds. I had to work so many years on my wounds since I was 16. I wasn't doing cocaine. I wasn't in private school education. I wasn't bored going around partying and doing coke. I was working to pay therapy. I was making $200 a month in South Africa, and I used to save $20, $30 a month, $20 for therapy, $10 to buy a book so that I could read, self-help book. Okay, I could only afford one therapy session a month, $20. This was 20-something years ago. Y'all children are taking these DMTs and these ayahuascas, and y'all working with shamans, paying $1 million, $10 million to work with these shamans so that they can help you bypass this trauma, spiritual bypass. But y'all don't even understand when you go into the spirit world what you're looking at. When you go into Mother Ayahuasca, she shows you what you need to work on. You're like, no, I am not going to work on that. No, I'm just going to go to the casino. I'm going to go to Cascade. And I'm just going to gamble and go to the nightclub. Nah, I'm just going to do coke and wear like Nazi outfits. Go to Halloween parties. Nah, I'm not going to sit at home and meditate. Nah. That's for these dumb people. Who wants that? I'm not going to do this. Nah. I'm not going to go close myself up in a cave and meditate and see what's eating me up alive. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to pay a shaman $1 million. Just take all away my stuff. Nah. This is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to join yoga. And I'm going to be so cool. My yoga with my yoga friends and Lululemon. This does not work. I'm just going to be vegan. Vegan. I'm going to move to LA and just be vegan. Vegan. This does not work. This does not work. That's why even though you go into the spirit realms and your ancestors tell you, you must now go speak the truth. You must go tell our sins in the world. They will come out like vomit, unhealed vomit. These are the troubles. These are the troubles. Mother wounds. White men with mother wounds are cheap. But all nationalities of men are mother wounds like this. Now you're going to have a real African conversation with a real Zulu woman. Everybody's got these mother wounds. Everybody's got these father never loved me wounds. Everybody, me too. I had them too. But you see, my grandmother told me that you never had a mother, you never had a father. Only you emerged from the mind of God. And you chose whatever sovereign being as your mother and as your father to come through so that you could learn some lesson, gain some wisdom so that you can fulfill your purpose on planet Earth. That's why William has kept quiet and he's fulfilling his purpose, even though he probably is on the wrong path and on the wrong purpose because, you know, his people forgot to ask the right people to the African people. So now he's following a path, maybe he doesn't even know that it's not going to bring him any satisfaction or any fulfillment because it's probably not his true soul's purpose. It's just duty. Duty. I come from the royal lineage. I know how the stuff works. Okay? These are the things. These are the troubles. Asian men are in these things too. Their mothers beat them. Their mothers told them to go to extra lessons. Their mothers made them become doctors, engineers. They are miserable, committing suicide all day long. African men are this too. African American men are this too. Everybody in the world seeking for a mother to put them on their boobs and say, I got you, baby. You're so amazing. Because your mothers did that. Out of the mother's womb onto the boob. And they put you there, hey, my baby, I love you. Hi, I love you. In the hospitals. So now when Granny passed away, these boys are confused. The daddy is confused. Mother wounds are still there. Daddy's got mother wounds. Prince Harry, Prince William, mother wounds. Oh, these things are a lot. Yo. Okay, it's getting hot now. It's getting hot. So I need to, because I'm going to start channeling too much and start speaking too much. Those are stories for other days. But all the princes have daddy and mother never loved me wounds because they soldiers forgot to ask the right questions from the Africans. So now these children will keep vomiting. There'll be more and more fights, and there'll be more and more fights because the trauma they caused in other people's countries is now coming back as karma come to collect. Karma always comes to collect. You see, they sold us Jesus and they said Jesus will forgive you for all of your sins so that they can keep doing these bad things. But now you see the children are speaking. The sins of the ancestors will continue to speak 7-10 billion generations later. They've ruined people's families in Africa, all over the world, where they have a footprint. People's families zipahlagile, meaning people's families are just shattered because their families are shattered. These are the troubles. The seeds you plant for others, the pain you plant for others, you must reap for yourself. So now it is harvest season. It is harvest season for all of us. The seeds you've been planting is now your harvest. And if you haven't been working on the seeds of introspection, looking at what hurts you, looking at what is painful inside of you, oh my God, right now you are in a hell because the awakening has begun. You are in a hell that you probably don't understand. And even though you're running to your shamans, it ain't working. Okay, I need to move. Yo, it's hot. Okay, I'm just going to move just a little bit. Yes, it's harvest season now. It's harvest season. Those of us who are deep in our spiritual practice, deep in our spiritual work, who don't go onto the social medias. I detest social media. Not because it's bad. It's just that I detest how I feel when I spend 40 hours, 36 hours of not sleeping and 4 hours just in this energy. It just makes me so unhappy. Now that I've had a good night's sleep, I was like, oh, I needed to go into that energy because we are here in this world. Everybody hates their mothers. Everybody hates their fathers. Everybody hates their siblings. This drama is a wake-up call to look at your own mother never loved me wounds, your own daddy never loved me wounds, your own sibling never loved me wounds, and realize you don't have siblings, you never had a mother, you never had a father. You chose the people in your life for a certain reason, for a certain season, and when the reason and the season is over, it is okay. You must go and heal. You must go and heal. Numbing out, going to nightclubs, numbing out at the casino, numbing out with mindless sex, numbing out creating families that are toxic. What kind of a world do we keep creating? So my ancestors asked me to speak these truths and said, girl, you need to speak because these things are just continuing and these people are having children. I'm sorry, what are you teaching your children? These people are having children. This is irresponsible. Children. Truly, this is irresponsible. What are these children going to say? My mother, my daddy, they never loved their brother. They even write about it in a book. My mother, my father were fighting with their parents. These children that y'all having now as 40-year-old men, your children when you're 80, they are going to be 40 years old saying, my mother, my daddy. These are the problems. This thing doesn't end. It's just like stupidity, having stupidity. It is just a perpetuation of stupidity. I'm not saying people are stupid, but look at the behaviors we're doing. Look at this behavior. Mother never loved me wounds. Daddy never loved me wounds. And so this scandal, this drama is distracting you from your own wounds and from making better choices in your own life. But what is this what is this energy, these entities, these gods trying to distract you from? Because if they can keep distracting you with this drama, something's coming down the line. They are always distracting us. Because if you're distracted by your wounds and your pains and your mother never loved me wounds and your daddy never loved me wounds and you don't have spiritual anchoring and you don't know what you're doing and you're confused and you're just vomiting out your pain, yo, you are weak. You are weak. So AmaZulu have asked me to create a space where we can have these conversations, not only just have these conversations, but surround ourselves with a more higher vibration than this drama, so that we can actually start seeing our own wounds. Because as we see our own wounds, we heal ourselves from borderline personality disorder. We heal ourselves from narcissism. We heal ourselves from codependency. We heal ourselves from social anxiety. We heal ourselves from mother never loved me wounds. We heal ourselves from daddy never loved me wounds. We heal ourselves from the wounds of genocide. We heal ourselves from the wounds of poverty. We heal our consciousness to rise to the level of pure potential, creative love, intelligence. You cannot even access that idea. You cannot even access the idea of divinity as yourself, as your face, the idea that you are the face of creative love, intelligence, that you are the face of love, until you just give yourself enough space. And you can run away to the jungle and kind of like live this kind of a life that I live. You can go to monasteries, you can go and live like in the jungle in Peru and take ayahuasca a single day. You know, there's a lot of people that do this. Like, that's the ayahuasca shamanic training path. I know all about it. So, I mean, that's why I think billionaires are even doing this. Wall Street traders are doing this. Silicon Valley people are doing this. I meet these people when I'm down in these shamanic training things. But yeah, that's beautiful to be able to do that. But you can't live down there, you know? You've got to still come out into the world and be a nun or a monk or a shaman or a leader or a mystic in the business world. And the only way you're not going to get caught up in these manipulative situations with women and men, daddy never loved me wounds, Meghan Markle, daddy never loved me wounds, Prince Harry, daddy never loved me wounds, trauma bonding, toxic. And then the stories and the vomiting come out. Are they bad people? Maybe not. Maybe yes. I don't know. I've never met them. What's going on in this dynamic? Trauma bonding. Mother never loved me wounds. Daddy never loved me wounds. Ancient stuff. Ancient. But it's so simple to see. But when you're seeing it in somebody else, you forget to look, oh, maybe this stuff is in me too. Stop getting addicted to the drama. Stop having teas and cakes and coffees about these dramas that other people are having, and start looking at your own drama. Do this. You won't make the same mistakes as Harry and William and this prince and this government and this leader, and you won't make those mistakes. You won't. These are your teachers. They are showing you, yo, if you don't work on this, this is the result in your life. You will alienate yourself from your family. You will just be a laughing stock on planet Earth. Look, I'm not an advocate for suppressing your wounds. I'm not an advocate for numbing out and being unconscious to your wounds. I'm not an advocate for this, because then you just make bad decisions, because your wounds are running you and you make bad decisions. Trauma bondings with people you should not be trauma bonding with, and all sorts of these things. They will manipulate you. These people, people are manipulative when they know your trauma bonds and you don't even know yourself. You will find women that will highlight your shadow selves. These men get themselves. I've been talking about this. Because when these men are all in these troubles, they come to Auntie Tembi. They come to Auntie Tembi. Now these things are playing themselves out on national TV. Because people forgot the question your ancestors sent you to Africa to ask. I never had a mother, never had a father, so how do I connect to the real mother, to the real father? I have been doing this work for so long, since I've been in America, but I didn't know what it was called. Like, it was so strange to speak about these things. And then I don't know, when I wrote my book, because I was just working through my own wounds with my own dad, Daddy Never Loved Me wounds, I realized that this is deeper than because my dad was suffering from his Daddy Never Loved Me wounds, being part of the royal lineage because his mother had such a difficult responsibility. My mother, as a queen, had such a difficult responsibility and an abusive, toxic relationship, because these kingdoms and these royal lineages, it's sometimes the toxicity in these things are quite something. So then I had to start realizing that, you know what, everybody in my family from my lineage has been through a lot because of colonization, and we are beating each other, killing each other, all sorts of these things. White people, the sins of the fathers, they will follow you now. So let's stop. Even African people are doing these things to each other. Even Asian people are doing these things to each other. White people are still on this train. Now we're seeing these things. So let's stop. How about this? Let's stop. Let's look at our own wounds. Let's deal with our own stuff. I started therapy 16 years old. I still continue with these things because you know what? I'm tired of being in pain. I won't be in pain. So the moral of that is, share your story. Don't suppress it. Don't be in pain alone. Don't try and spiritual bypass with the ayahuascas and the things. I've been doing ayahuasca for almost 10 years. Even in Africa, this thing is available. The shamans take it. The very high shamans take it. Okay? Y'all white children can't fool me. I'm the real OG of this stuff. The real OG. Okay. So, with that being said, tell your story. It's important to share your story. It is your story. It is your life's path. But don't share your story from a victim wounded sense of self. Share with us the learning experiences, the lessons, the overcoming. Give me a worksheet. Give me something that will make me know that I'm not following a victim narrative and I'm actually following a victorious narrative. But homeboy, because he hasn't dealt with his wounds long enough, it's just a victim narrative. That's why people are blasting him online. Because these children need a mother. These children didn't experience the mother love that we experienced as Africans, because we know that our mother is not our mothers we came through. Our mother, our true mother, is Father, Mother, God. We know this, and our mothers teach us this, and our grandmothers teach us this. I don't know why these white people are not teaching their children these sorts of things. Why? What do you gain by not teaching your children these sorts of things? Your children are going to expose you like this. Amahlazo, meaning shameful behavior. Auntie Tembi is here now. Y'all bring your children. Y'all come with y'all billions. Y'all come to Auntie Tembi, okay? I'll teach you this, how it works. Okay, in the meantime, it's so hot. In the meantime, let's do an Om Namya Horenge Kyo. I think it's really important that we do an Om Namya Horenge Kyo. Yo, it's freaking hot. I can't. Woo! My microphone.